Hey guys, it's Christy. Welcome back to another episode. Today I am going to show you how to make some scalloped edges. Hello and welcome back. I'm Christy, the voice behind Crafty Christy's Creations Silhouette Studio Tutorials, which is a subset of Crafty Christy's Creations how-to videos. This is the place to find step-by-step directions on how to do all the things in Silhouette Studio. Whether you're a beginner or needing a little refresher, this is the place for you. So grab your computer and open Silhouette Studio. It's time to dive into another episode. So we'll go ahead and in Silhouette Studio, first thing we're going to do is grab our rectangle tool. And we're just going to draw a rectangle here. And then we're going to grab our ellipse tool and draw a circle. So I'm going to hold down the Shift key while I expand out my circle to make it a perfect circle. All right, I'm going to hit V to grab the selection tool, and then I'm going to take my circle and I'm going to bring it up to my rectangle, and then I'm going to grab both and I'm going to align them to the left side to make sure the edges are completely where I want them. And then depending on how high or low you make this circle is going to depend how, what the look is of your scalloped edge is going to be. And I'm just going to bring this rectangle a little thinner. You need it to be at least thicker than the other half of your circle. All right, now I'm going to take this circle. I'm going to come over to my replicate panel. And then I'm just going to replicate a row here. That's about as many as I'm going to get. Go back to my rectangle and let's make it a little bit smaller. There it is. Okay, so now that those are all aligned, we can go ahead and grab everything. You can hit Control A to select everything. And then I'm going to right click and I'm going to hit Weld. And then there is your first scalloped edge. Let's go ahead and fill it with a color. All right, so now let me show you a different kind that we can do. Same deal, we can make it a little bit more exciting. If you go to this, they call it flexi shapes, which are basically pre-made shapes. And I'm gonna grab this circle that has a circle in it. And then let's go ahead and draw one of those. And I'm going to show you how this gives you a different look. So this is basically a compound path circle, which basically looks like a washer. And so I can make this closer like that and to get a different look. Again, I'm going to replicate that to the other side. And then I need to, I'm going to hit Control Z to undo the move. I'm going to look at that rectangle. And let's make it a little bit bigger to fit to that edge there. And this one, I need to make this side a little bit closer. There. So now if I zoom in here, I can show you. See how they're flush on the edges? So if they weren't perfectly flush, again, you could go ahead and align. But I think I'm going to leave it like that. And then I'm going to rubber band select all of these parts. Again, I'm going to, you can right click and come down to weld, do it that way. Or you also have the quick button up here. So let's use that one this time. And then you get this. And you can see here the edge, I wasn't quite on the edge. That's why I recommend aligning, but the edges aren't quite right. But you see how this, let's give it some color, has a different look. Let's zoom out. That has a different look from that. Okay, well, how about a scallop circle? Let's try that. So we'll go over here and grab our ellipse tool. Again, holding down the Shift button to make a perfect circle. And then hit V on my keyboard so I can move this around where I want it. Let's go ahead and fill that with a color. And then we'll grab our ellipse tool again, and holding down shift again, we'll make another smaller circle. And then we're just going to give this a different color. I've got V selected on my keyboard, and then I'm just going to put this on here. And now the fun part is you have to use the rotation tool. So let's come over here. And I'm going to replicate number of repeats. I'm going to do 5. And then should show grab handle. And then I'm going to pull that to the center here. And you can see 5 wasn't quite enough. Let's do 6. And then release copies. And now I'm going to grab all of these things and I'm going to come up here and weld them together. And that's how you can make a quick flower. Or if this was larger, it would be a circle with a scalloped edge. So now let's make a bigger circle. Okay, and again we're going to come over here and make a smaller, let's grab this already compound, basically donut hole. That looks like a good size. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it on here. Okay, and then we're going to go to the show grab handle. And I'm going to make, I think, 12 copies. And then I'm going to put this grab handle there. So those are kind of overlapping a little bit. So that might be too many. So that's got 18. There, that looks good right at 15. So let's release copies. And now if we grab all of these and if we weld them up here on this button, now we can fill this in with color. And now you have a circle with a really cool scalloped edge. So as you can see, these scallops you can make in any shape that you want with just using different patterns or little circle designs, and you can get all sorts of neat looks. You know, using this one here would be how you could layer. So let's show you this. So if I make another copy here, I'm holding down Alt and dragging, and then that's giving me another copy. And then release your click before you release your copy. I'm going to give this a different color. So I just want to show you something here. And then if I take this one and I go to, let's click on it. And I'm going to come up here and I'm going to send it to the back so it'll tuck under. And then you could shorten it, but or even leaving it in the same place. Like you can see, like this is how you make those really cool little mermaid fin looking parts. You just kind of layer things over like that. So there's lots of different things that you can do with all of these different scallop designs, and I'd love to see what you come up with using this scallop technique. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future Silhouette Studio tutorials. Until next time, with love, Crafty Christy.